Well, he sent you a letter here that came in the package, which I'm going to bring over here to you so Angie can do a photo op for it. And it says, "Dear Bill, congratulations on 35 years in SCORE. I personally appreciate all that you've done to establish a strong SCORE presence on the Outer Banks. As a founding member of the chapter, your efforts on SCORE's behalf have made a significant difference in the lives of countless individuals as well as in the Outer Banks community. I personally walked into several businesses on the Outer Banks who proudly display their recognition as a Client of the Year from SCORE. I also want to thank you for your hospitality and friendship when my family and I visited the Outer Banks. You may not remember taking my oldest son, Will, and me fishing. What a memorable day that was for both of us. Will was about 5 then. He's now 18 and plays football at Shenandoah University. He asks that I tell Mr. Bill hello. Thank you and best wishes as you move on from SCORE to your next adventure. Thanks again for all that you've done for SCORE over the last 35 years. You have made a difference in so many ways, and I wish you the very best always. Sincerely, W. Kenneth Yancey, Jr., Chief Executive Officer."
Well, he redeemed himself. First of all, I wish this chapter all the success it has enjoyed so far. And I hope that it does never run into the situation that the one chapter that I'm going to be near and can't be a part of in Hot Springs, Arkansas, it folded because no one would take any administrative jobs. So I beg everybody to consider that so to keep this chapter going. And the second thing is don't forget downstairs. They are the people that keep you going. I've been down there many times.
Which people are those down there?
You know, there's people down there, and they're good looking too. And I've been down there when I was sort of out, and they put you right back. So, hope you all a lot of success, personally and with the chapter.
And I think I'm going to let Mr. McKee.
Impressed that the system works so fast. I don't know how long ago we realized Bill was leaving, but it was in the last, maybe more than 2 weeks, maybe less, and it's gone all the way up to the top of SCORE, and you've gotten this very nice appreciation from the CEO of SCORE. We have gotten the Warren Judge has gone through and done a proclamation that we'll see on Tuesday, and this is all happening in a matter of days, so it's pretty rewarding to see that when the system needs to respond, it can. But in preparation for this, Bill and I had the great pleasure of being with Bill his last session, and we counseled no one and had a great time just reminiscing and talking. That's when I first found out Bill was leaving. But several of us have tried to work together to get some information in a short period of time. Marvin gave some, and Bill Wheeler, and Howard Miller, and I interviewed Bill under a false pretense that I was gathering a little information for today's meeting, but we went a little past there. But I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you a little bit of Bill's background, and I knew some of it, but just kind of talking with him, to me it's fascinating what Bill has done. So I will read this to you now, just give you some highlights. He graduated from Wake Forest University in May of 1939, graduated with a degree in chemistry and math, and at that point he went on to join a pulp mill company, and this pulp mill company later was bought out by Weyerhaeuser, who Bill later went to work for. Bill worked there for 3 years, and around that time in October 1941, World War II was about to break out. Bill said he was also high on the list of being drafted, so he had opportunity to go into a kind of a unique officer program in which they were taking qualified engineers and trying to take engineers and run them through a 5-month program at the Naval Academy to allow a cadre of officers to come in there and work in the engineering plants on Navy ships, thus allowing the career naval officers to do all the rotations through a shipboard duty. And at this point in time, they didn't have enough engineers, so the Naval Academy career officers were always working in the engineering plant. So Bill went through this program, 750 people started, 300 finished. The incentive was if you didn't finish, you immediately were sent to a ship in the Navy as an enlisted man. And Bill survived the program and became an officer, an engineering officer. He participated in World War II. I don't know all the details, but he talked about being in a in the wartime environment in, you said Casablanca? Is that what you said?
The African invasion was what that.
Yes. And you said you were in a port of Casablanca.
That was my first experience at somebody shooting at me.
Yes.
Did Sam play it again for you?
So Bill had a very good career. He did such a good job that his commanding officer wouldn't let him go, and he had to get a friend at the Bureau of Naval Personnel to help get him out of the Navy because he'd already served his term, but the commanding officer refused to let him go. So he was seen, his value was seen very early on in his career. And he finally came home. His father was ailing. His wife was waiting on him to return because they had a brand new son. And Bill went back to work for Weyerhaeuser and continued to work with them for 40 years, working his way up through all phases of this department, and then started taking over plants. And he was the plant manager 5 different times: Eugene, Oregon, New Bern, North Carolina, Columbus, Mississippi, and twice in Plymouth. And then he retired from Plymouth in 1980, and he and his wife, Rosemary, moved to Manio. Bill and Rosemary lived in Manio until Rosemary passed away in 1995. Bill continued to live in Manio in the same home, and he's in that same home now, and it's available for sale. He's got it on the market.
Now you're talking.
And he feels like he needs to go back to Hot Springs, Arkansas to keep an eye on his son and his family. So Bill's going to be going back there.
Tim, you know too much.
And then in the area of SCORE, I'm going to give you a couple brief facts, and then Howard's going to pick up the ball there. But Bill worked for 34 years in SCORE. He was one of the 8 or 10 founding members. He's the only one left still working in SCORE. During Bill's time in SCORE, he's been secretary, he's been the vice chair, he's been the chairman twice, and he's done a lot of work as the historian. And that's how we found a lot of the information that we have submitted to people because of all the stuff Bill had done. It's also interesting that we did a very detailed calculation and came up with the fact that Bill has counseled over 1,000 clients in his 34 years. And that's based on in person, on the phone, and online. And some of you may not know, Bill's done a lot of stuff at SCORE National, counseling people on the pulp and paper industry that throughout the country they'll come to him and ask for advice on stuff. Bill has 2 sons. He's got 2 young sons, age 70 and 67. And that's why he's got to go down there to take care of one of his children. 4 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren. And Bill's not planning to go to a continuous care retirement community in Hot Springs. He said he checked them out and they didn't have enough fun in the CCRC, but he's joining a 55 and over retirement center. Isn't that right? You told me that. But anyway, Bill has been a tremendous resource to SCORE, And in my interview, he made the comment, he said, I don't know what everybody's talking about, what I've done for SCORE. I don't think I've done that much, but he said, I really have made wonderful friends, all the way back to Glenn Miller, the founding chairman, all the way to the present people that he's working with. And he spoke over and over again about people in SCORE and the ladies down in the chamber. That didn't sound right. The Chamber of Commerce people that work it down the way. And we have greatly appreciated our relationship with Bill, and we're going to all miss you, but we think that after 35 years that you're entitled to take a little break from your SCORE duties as you move back to your new life in Hot Springs.
That's 35 years. I should get the hell out, shouldn't I?
And that's the number of years I belonged to SCORE. Bill was chairman of the chapter, and I'm repeating some of the stuff now, 1991, 1992. He is a charter member and has been an active contributing member over the past 34 years. Bill was one of the first persons to volunteer to head up a committee or be on a committee to accomplish a set task. You always volunteered to contribute whatever this chapter needed. He took on a responsibility to establish a program to celebrate the 25th anniversary of our chapter in 2006. Special recognition of this was made during the Business of the Year luncheon at Duckwood Country Club. It was a very successful event that gave the over 100 people in attendance a glimpse of the Outer Banks SCORE and what we do for our community. Bill has also organized several other social events over the years. And one that I really liked was the one at the aquarium. At the aquarium, you sit there eating and a shark passed by. Remember that? And the next shark passed by. Interesting. I do not believe Bill has ever missed a business meeting unless he was ill or out of town. He has volunteered to sign up for counseling at every meeting, except this one. Bill has a special relationship with the Chamber staff and John Bone, former president of the Chamber. The girls were fond of him and he of them. On any given Valentine's Day, a red rose could be seen on the desk of each girl in the office. Guess who? We are proud of Bill for being the only charter member to remain with the chapter since its inception. He possesses a deep and abiding interest in the success of our chapter. There were times when our chapter membership dwindled to a very few. Bill encouraged us to keep the faith and recruit new members. It's going to be difficult to be sitting at our meeting without Bill sitting at the table with us. But he will be sitting here with us in spirit. We'll never forget you, Bill. God bless you. May your new adventure with your family in Little Rock be a happy one. Lynn and Howard wish you the best.
Thank you, Howard.
The Outer Banks Citizen of the Year Award that is submitted to the Chamber. We got it in with well over 10 or 20 hours before the deadline, and some group in the Chamber will be looking at that nomination. That's not a given, you're in competition with the rest of the Outer Banks. We think you're a strong candidate, and if you win or lose, it's great. It's great that you'll be recognized, and it's very good for SCORE also. Again, I don't know if the Chamber has if Karen has a few words for you too.
I feel like one of these other ladies should talk because they've certainly known you longer than I have, but you're one heck of a special guy, and I'm going to say hell of a special guy. I have a letter as well. It's signed by me, but it really is the sentiments of the whole staff and our board. I'm just going to read a couple paragraphs out of it. Dear Mr. Ruffin, on behalf of the Outer Banks Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, staff, and the 1,050 members in Dare, Currituck, and Hyde counties, thank you for a job well done as a SCORE business counselor. We are grateful for your years of service to the members of our organization and the Outer Banks community. To our staff, you have been an on-call volunteer to answer phones and volunteer at fundraising events. You've delivered ingredients for BLT sandwiches in the summer, roses at Valentine's Day, fudge at St. Patrick's Day, and peanuts during the holidays. You've cut clippings from the newspaper when our kids scored goals and celebrated with us birthdays and special occasions. For the SCORE chapter, you've been a leader serving as chair, vice chair, and social chair. You've opened up your home to holiday socials and planned others at community locations, cooked hams, and personalized aprons for the host team. Where's the apron?
In my car.
Through changing member rosters and economic times, you've brought unity to the organization. While we know that someone with a caring personality like yours will never stop counseling and helping others, we pause today again to say thank you for all you have done for the businesses of the Outer Banks and for those of us associated with SCORE in the Chamber. Your friendship has meant so much over the years, and while you will be across state lines, we celebrate with you this move to be closer to your family. Congratulations on a job well done, and best wishes from your extended Outer Banks family.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome. I'm going to get a hug for everybody.
Thank you.
There you go.
You back once in a while. Thank you.
Military oriented in some way. If you're members of the Military Officers Association of America, the chapter down here is hosting the North Carolina Council, which is all of the chapters in North Carolina on MOAA. And the guest speaker is Colonel Mike Hayden, who is the head lobbyist, if you will.
I'm not sure if it's 6 or 7 years of working with you, getting to know you folks, and I know there is a SCORE in Dayton, Ohio. I'll explore, what they offer and so forth, and if it looks good, we'll join up there again. So anyway, it's been good to work with you. Yes.
If you need a reference, have them call us.
Actually here.
And then whoever the here, Bill, this should be yours then.